Right, look, I know it's a bit of a mad one, and you're thinking, hang on a minute here, Craig, what? But yes, apparently that is actually true. So, as per Miguel Delaney, who is certainly one of my favourite journalists, Miguel has said Kylian Mbappe would willingly join Arsenal. However, like Liverpool, they don't want to break their financial wage structure. Again, from Miguel Delaney, it says the League of Champions PSG endured what they felt was a lack of loyalty when Mbappe's wider circle reached out to Liverpool last year, but there was no offer from the Anfield hierarchy who didn't want to break the wage structure. So apparently there was conversations and Liverpool didn't want to pursue it because they felt, according to Miguel Delaney, that it would have broken the parameters of our wage structure. And it's fair enough. I don't think any of us can have any complaints about that. You know, if Liverpool have a number that they're comfortable paying for anybody, be that Mohamed Salah, Kylian Mbappe, Virgil van Dijk or whomever, it makes sense that they don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. And in this case, I understand it, you know, because the numbers involved in flirting with or trying to bring Kylian Mbappe to your football club, I could imagine are pretty eye-watering numbers. We've seen even Real Madrid this week struggle to come to an agreement with Kylian Mbappe's mother or his representatives around what would be enough to bring him to Real Madrid. So I guess, again, it's going to come down to, does he want legacy or does he want pound notes? And he'll probably argue he could have both, but look, there are clubs backing away here, left, right and centre. Liverpool and Arsenal both were potential options for Kylian Mbappe, but both Liverpool and Arsenal don't want to pay the money it would take to satisfy his wage demands, which I think we can all understand. And yeah, that's the story pretty much, that Liverpool Arsenal rejected the opportunities to give him a truckload of cash. So now it's going to come down to, once again, does he find a way to stay at PSG? Do the PSG higher-ups give him what he needs, what he wants, or will Real Madrid find a solution? At some point, he does have to look to his career and think legacy. And, you know, I don't think he'll be able to achieve that at PSG. I truly don't. The club like Liverpool, Real Madrid, even maybe Arsenal, you could think, okay, potential there for some European, maybe not so much from the Arsenal sense, but they're certainly going in the right direction. So, yeah, he's got to look at it now and make a decision. What does he want to do? You know, he's won the World Cup, so that's ticked off. He's won the French League title on numerous occasions. Will he win the Champions League with PSG? Probably not. Will he win a Ballon d'Or at PSG? Again, I would say probably not. So Mr. Mbappe has to make up his damn mind. There you go. That's where we're at with the Mbappe situation. Do you guys think it's right that Liverpool wouldn't break their wage structure to give Mbappe a deal? I think, like, I'll say what I've always said. If we were ever going to break our wage structure, we broke it for the man who deserves it broken from him, Mohamed Salah. So it makes sense to me that Liverpool don't want to start paying obscene amounts of money for somebody who, I think it's fair to say, brings some headaches along with them. So for me, if we weren't going to go in for Bellingham, I can absolutely understand how we're not going in and pulling the trigger for the Mbappe stuff. Yeah, I get it. I understand it. Just thought we'd bring it to you guys because, of course, it's a pretty big story in world football at the minute. I don't think he's worth it, said Kieran Knapp. L7 Zekro said, I'd get him if we get rid of Salah. I still don't know. Like, look, it's hard to put up an argument to say you wouldn't like to see Kylian Mbappe wearing a Liverpool shirt. Of course we would, but I understand the decision. You know, I've moaned about FSG and money for a lot of things, but on this one I actually understand where they're coming from. Clearly we've spoken with them. PSG feel annoyed that we spoke with him last year, but I guess he was exploring his options, and we know that FSG have held a long interest in Kylian Mbappe, but obviously when it comes down to it, they don't want to pony up what it would take, and based off what we're seeing, it's looking like a salary of about £1.5 million a week. Especially if you want to keep up with the money he's apparently making at Paris Saint-Germain. So, yeah, never really expected Liverpool to be paying that much money. To be fair, if he ever did come to the Premier League, to Liverpool or Arsenal, I'm sure his wage demands would have to be measured accordingly. Sorry, I don't understand. Why go after somebody who just wants money? Nothing else will do. It's a fair point, Jason. I don't really have a pushback, mate. He does seem to be about that money life. And I don't know how much is enough for some people, you know. At what point do you start to question your legacy in the game? If I was him, that would be pretty much now, because, you know, he's going to be financially rewarded for the rest of his life, no matter what. But, you know, does he want to win Champions Leagues, Ballon d'Ors? I would imagine so. I mean, it'd be criminal if Kylian Mbappe finishes his career without a Champions League or a Ballon d'Or. And I rejected Selena Gomez. All banter, love you, Craig. I mean, not my cup of tea, Selena Gomez, Keane, to be honest with you. More of a Mila Kunis fan, but um, it is true though. That's the thing, Keane. Like, I know it sounds crazy. Like, it's not like Mbappe was begging to come to Liverpool and FSG just said no, Kylian, no. But we rejected the opportunity to get into serious discussions because of the wages, I guess. So, I mean, it depends how we phrase it. We wanted to have a bit of fun with it tonight, Keane, which is why we went with the title that we did.